Hi everyone. I am currently kind of prepping a little bit. I don't know if it's early. Actually, I'm a little bit late. I am still prepping, so just keep that in mind. But if you are interested, I am answering questions. You can book on my Calendly. Sorry, I just realized I should have did it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're fine. You can book on my Calendly if you are interested in it. But if not, and you're here to watch, hello. And I will be answering readings. You can also book same day readings if you are looking for a 10-minute one. Just keep that in mind. I just realized that. If you are interested in that, you can check it out on my Calendly. But otherwise, I am doing one question readings. I want to thank you all for being here and supporting me. Sorry. Let me light this sage really quickly. I don't know if any of you's cleanse your house regularly, but I have a cleansing light code activation that I really do love. I might link it if you are interested. By the way, hi Allie, hi Shadow. Um, I am releasing really heavy energies right now. So if I sound a little emotional or I sound a little bit ungrounded, though I'm going to get my grounding still in a second. That's all it is. I'm just healing, very deep healing. Hi Mia, I'll be right back in like a few seconds. Sorry. I'll be right back, everyone. Sorry, I had to grab my stones. I did a cleansing on the petrified wood, and I actually I put it in the water in the lake. Sorry, my throat. And I cleansed it and I reset it and I charged it. I guess I think I charged it, but I'm using it to ground right now. It was actually a really beautiful experience. I activated my light body at the beach and stuff, and I grounded myself. I was healing. I actually had Hathor, right, the deity Hathor, as she came in, and she did a really really big healing on me, and it was actually pretty damn amazing. I mean, when when you're releasing a lot and you're like, there's like so much more than you thought there was. It was like that. That's the feeling I have anyway. So let's get started in a second. 1 second. I want to just ground really quickly. Let me breathe in the energy of the earth and the sun. Oh. Hmm. I call in my angels, my connections to the light. I call them my archangels. I was actually with them. Sorry, I was doing a meditation with them earlier. One of the hardest things I think for me, everyone, was to, when you ask like, "Oh, angels, please watch over me." You know what I mean? Or spirit guides. And you're connecting with them. It's really hard for our mind to comprehend they exist and to comprehend that not only do they exist, they're talking to us and we are receiving from them. You know what I mean? Like that just that understanding. It's so hard. And I finally crossed the threshold into understanding that I am talking to them. I'm communicating with them. I'm receiving from them as well. And for when it's safe to do so, they are safe as well. And I don't know. It's just a lot easier for me to be like, oh, they were here, and I just like I know that I feel that, and it's actually been really nice, really beautiful. So I don't know. I don't want us to say that, but if you're having trouble, like let's say comprehending that you're receiving from your spirit guides, or you're receiving from spirit, or you're the angels, the archangels, the angelic realm, right? That understanding comes with time and practice. I've been at this about 5 years now, and I tell you, it's taken me quite some time to believe, right? Or quite some time to like to really wrap my head around it. So I just want to throw that out there for anyone who's struggling, anyone who's like, oh yeah, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna do that. Thank you, Shadow. I'm gonna recharge my deck. Um, Actually, I'm going to cleanse and ground the energy in this deck. This is my oldest deck. I had one right before this deck, and I threw it out because I was like, it's not giving me the answers I want, or I think it's lying to me. I had one of those experiences. We've all been there, you know. Anyway, that deck was a very, very potent, very beautiful, very durable deck. But this is my oldest deck I currently have in my possession. So, anyway, I thank you. I asked my spiritual team, my guides, my guardians to watch over and protect me, keep me safe. And again, they're real. Again, you can receive from them. Again, they're literally talking back to you. But whatever. I know that that's a hard one for me. So at least it was for a while. So let's get started. I'm going to grab my phone and we are going to look here. Sorry, I want to make sure. Okay, our first person is going to be Allie. Sorry, let's take a look here. Right? I mean, I miss it and I look back and think, damn, I wish I had that. I wish I had that deck, but whatever. I know we've all been there. Sorry. Metatron says, live and let live. Sorry. I think that's funny. So we're at Ali P. Ali P is at 6:15. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to read the question out loud. Ali P, I've had many vivid dreams about Guillermo. So, Ali, I'm just throwing this out there. I was truly thinking about offering this as a service, but I am a dream master. It's one of my abilities I brought in. I know that it's like crazy. Like out of all the abilities that I have had or I've gained or I've trained, I mean, I brought that gift in, and I've still yet to figure out. By the way, the fact that P your name ends with a P and you're at Pacific Daylight Time, I think that's significant for some reason. I don't let your mind or your intuition figure that out, but it's being highlighted for me. But anyway, one of the gifts that I brought in was Dream Master. I am a Dream Master. You could always book with me and set the intention to tell me your dreams, and I can tell you what they mean if you feel like they mean something. I know it's crazy. I've yet to apply it. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with that damn gift right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm using it on myself. That's what Metatron's saying. I'm navigating my own stuff, but I am a dream master. I can interpret dreams, and if necessary, we can take a trip to them as well. So if you are interested in that. So I have had many vivid dreams about Guillermo, right? He is a Libra. How does he feel about me? We haven't been in contact for a year. Oh no. So you're having trouble letting go. One of the best stones that I've used to help separate my energy from any empathic, clingy, codependent energies that I've had on myself, or even those times when, how when you think about someone for a long time, our energy just like it attaches itself to people, right? It latches on to them as well. And one of the biggest things that I've been dealing with in just actually the last 6 months as I'm working through it and throughout my experience with my twin is learning to separate my energies from other people's energy, right? Separate myself from other people's selves. I feel right here, one of the best things that you can do is to use black tourmaline. It is actually the best stone. I don't think this is black tourmaline, but it could be. You know what? It might be. I actually think this actually is black tourmaline. Not anything, but yeah, I was drinking this. I don't put stones in my water, and I was drinking it. Anyway, you may want to consider that. You put it. I actually don't know if you wear jeans a lot, but I see it. You put it in your jean pocket, and it's like your jeans are tight, right? That's actually very important, and it pushes into your skin a little bit, right? And it helps absorb those empathic energies that we create. Like, it's an empathic connection, right? You feel him, you sense him, you know him, right? You're constantly drawn to him, and this is something that you can stop with a little bit of crystal. All right, black tourmaline is the crystal. So let's take a look here. How does he feel? How does this person currently feel about sorry, I closed my phone. I shouldn't have. How does this person currently feel about Allie? How does this person currently feel about Allie? Interesting. How does Guillermo, right? That's the name, feel about Allie right now? We have your first one's going to be the King of Pentacles. Interesting. I do feel like he finds you very sexy, very attractive. This is interesting. It comes from I want to say from spirit, your guides, that this may be a concern of yours. Maybe it's more in the subconscious, right? Not necessarily your consciousness, right? Or more in your shadow, not necessarily something that you're keenly aware of. But I feel like there's a subconscious fear that Guillermo doesn't find you as physically attractive or physically attractive. One of the things that is coming through from the guides is that we often interpret whether someone's interested in us or not based on how physically attractive they find us, right? When you're in the realm of spirit, right? When you're working with spiritual connections, it transcends the physical body, right? The physical experience. In fact, we don't need to worry about whether or not we are physically our person's type. We don't need to worry about whether we're physically this person's or the right sex, even, right? All we need to know, right, is that there is a spiritual connection there. There's something that transcends, you know, the physical experience. I feel here though that you have a fear within yourself right now, Atlee, that tells you that he may not find you physically attractive. This is simply not true. And your message right now with that King of Pentacles is a reminder that you are, not only are you beautiful, but this person finds you physically, sexually attractive. All right. We have the Knight of Pentacles. One thing that I can see, and it's very typical for connections, is you have one person who's very keen on there being something special here, the other person who's like a chicken with their head cut off. This person doesn't get that there's a spiritual connection that exists in your connection with them, and they don't understand with that King of Pentacles and its reverse what that means, and it kind of stalls and stagnates your connection right now, right? This person doesn't move. Things are not moving, and they don't understand as a result anything about it, right? There's something about the situation they're not seeing. For one, it's like they just interpret it like I find them physically, sexually attractive. In fact, I want to say like this person just like, you know, they would not mind a role in the sheets. But with that Knight of Pentacles, they don't get what you know, like what that all means. They don't understand the complexities of how they feel about you, and as a result, your connection is stuck. They're stuck. I feel like they're mentally stuck as well. One thing that I can see as well is this person's very focused on their money, and they're not really in the position, and this could very well be, they could be in another connection, but they're not in the position to be moving towards you or something romantic right now. This person is very focused on the physical material realm, and they're all about cultivating and manifesting and bringing in more wealth, right? Bringing in more abundance. One thing that is coming through from Mother Earth is that there is a lot of people who are trying to manifest more money into their life, more abundance into their life, more prosperity into their life, and that's where their focus is right now. With the Hangman in its reverse here, in Nine of Pentacles, again, they find you very, very alluring as well. This person really loves your fronts. I know it's crazy. It is what it is. I actually want to say, I know it's like, you know, do you know when you have like a figure that's the right figure? They just love it. I'm gonna throw this out there because it's something that I kind of do a little bit, where you may push your you know, your midsection out a front a little bit, and maybe just how your posture is. They love it. They adore it. They find it very, very sexually attractive. Okay, so let's see, how else does this person currently feel right now about Allie? We have Judgment coming through. Okay, I'm gonna take 5 cards. We have the Knight of Cups. Interesting. Sometime in the near future, Ali, this person will have some kind of spiritual awakening where they understand a little bit more about how they feel about you, what that means, and where it's going. It's going to help them move forward towards you, the connection possibly, but I think forward in general. Where is this moving forward to? We have the magician. Um, I'm gonna throw this out there. You know how like we sometimes have spiritual experiences. My guide is sorry. One of the guides, or my guide, is saying that you have had your own, and yet you overlook them and think they're not that big of a deal, or it's not as profound as it is. Sometimes our mind has a way of downplaying things for us. I feel here this person, sorry, this guy, that's like how they phrase it, is going to have like a spiritual experience where they're going to see something they've not seen before, or notice something they've not noticed before, or have something that just it's impossible to deny. It's going to help them connect more to the spiritual roots. It's also going to help them connect more to the realm of spirit. And it's going to help them manifest more of what they want into their life. I do feel here with the infinity symbol really standing out to me. It's interesting. It's reminding me of the four elements, earth, wind, fire, and earth, wind, fire, and water, four elements, but it's also reminding me of the fifth element as well. Why that's the case, I don't know, but I am feeling here with the magician and it's magician being here. They're gonna understand more. With the Knight of Cups in its reverse and the Six of Swords, this spiritual awakening, this this evolution. I even want to say uh ascension, right? This is someone who's going to start to heal and remove all these things. I was walking with my dog, and I was receiving from, I want to say one of the Orishas, but I don't know who it was from. And they gave me a message. Spiritual connections are not built to last. And this is something that it came in very profound, and I kind of want to give that a little bit to you here, right? You have a spiritual connection with this person. It's not really built to last, right? They're built for the ascension experience. They're built to help us grow, evolve, and become more individual. And this is coming from, I want to say, source, right? We are meant to become individuals. But I'm gonna leave it like that for now. Let me get any last guidance about how this person currently feels. We have the Chariot with the Queen of Pentacles. I see this person finding you very comfortable, right? I'm not saying that they're not built to last ever, but we all understand that when we are entering these connections, or when they first come into our life, it's not going to, right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Anyway, so let's see. We have be authentic. Interesting. They love it when this person loves it when you are who you are on a soulful level, on an authentic level. Okay. We also have choose love as well. This is something that they haven't quite done yet, right? I see this person choosing the material wealth. I see this person choosing, to become more established. I see them after they awaken, right? Choosing to heal, right? But I don't see choosing love yet. Does that make sense to you? So how they feel is like, I find them very attractive, but I'm not looking for love right now. And this is kind of where your connection lies with this person, is why things are not moving. What to do with that information? I am seeing a message coming through about lighting a candle and saying stuff. I want to say it like that. The first thing that came to my mind was like, setting the intention to release, or setting the intention to heal. But I want to say, like, because it is what came to my mind, Allie. Why don't you set the intention, or say something, whatever comes to your mind every time you light the candle, and let that candle burn with that, whatever you say. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, so we're at 18 minutes and 30 seconds we're at Mia. Sorry, I'm like, do you know when you're just like releasing something like really, 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 really effing heavy? That's currently what I'm doing right now. It's hard. Thank you for purchasing, Ali. Oh, by the way, thank you, Ali. Thank you, Mia. It helps get my mind off of really heavy stuff, just for a little bit. It's actually really beautiful. It's a beautiful exchange that we can have here. So let's see. So let's look at Mia. Ooh, So Mia, date of birth is 12/19. Today I took a big step away from a person situation that I've been stuck in. What that those steps are a big step. One thing that is coming through right away is to not rush that process. Take the steps accordingly. One thing that is coming through from, I want to say, divine and universe, is for you to let yourself glide and move away gracefully. I hope that makes sense. It's like, instead of running, why don't you let life take you in a different direction, right? Or why don't you let life show you what's next for you? Or why don't you let life show you what you can invest in to lift yourself up from the situation that you're currently in? I have an image of you going to a retreat. It's somewhere tropical, right? And connecting with spiritual people, maybe even developing their spiritual practices. One of the best things, and it's coming through in the way of like recalibration, going to these places can help you recalibrate yourself so that you can become more, so that you can become more balanced. All right. So you also have, I would like to receive guidance pertaining to what I need to know to heal and move forward. I also want to know how the other person is handling my exit. Ooh, very interesting. I myself am exiting, right? I am myself pulling my energy back. One thing that I can see is focus on making your space sacred, making your space sovereign, making your energy field sacred, sovereign. That's being very key. I can see that there is a need for you to cleanse your home and a need for you to bring in new energy. I want to throw this out, and it's something that has come to me. I've yet to do it, but hot yoga. I know how crazy that sounds. Whenever I'm out of my house and whenever I am, listening to meditations, I'm healing, I'm connecting to the earth, I feel so much more lifted, so much more lively, so much better. And my message to you right now, Mia, it's for you to focus on things that make you feel better and start to release that doesn't. Okay, so let's see for Mia, what steps or what can Mia do to heal, or what needs to be healed when it comes to Mia, her connection, or just in general. Let's take a look here. We have the Seven of Swords coming through. One thing that is like going to nag you for the longest effing time is, did I do the right thing by stepping away? We all know, we get this, right? Every single effing person in their life, when you step away from a connection that means the world to you, from a person that means the world to you, you always wonder, did I make the right choice? Did I make the right call? Should I have done it differently? Should I have waited? Should I have put myself on hold? Should I put my life on hold? Hell no. All right. But one thing that I can see, and it's something that you are going to struggle with for a little while, until you take enough steps away from a situation to see, like, damn, that was a horrible situation. I don't know what it took me, why it took me so long to leave it. I'm in the same boat right now, by the way, right? I tell you this, that you're going to struggle for quite a while. It may even trip you up right now with that Seven of Swords being here. You may even feel like you're lying to yourself, or you may even feel like you've done the wrong thing. I know it's an odd thing to say, so I don't know if, like, let's say, and this is just me throwing this out there, maybe someone else needs to hear it. But let's say you work together, like quitting on the DL, and then they find out later on, that may be helpful, right? There's something about running away in the night, letting go. Sorry, yeah, I hope that makes sense to you, Mia. Just like going, don't do it in the daylight, go at night, right? Make your moves at night, make your big shifts at night. One thing that I can see is that you will free yourself of whatever this is, and you will move beyond it. You will move beyond it, right? With that Seven of Swords. But you're going to feel like you may have been doing the wrong thing, like you left something that you should have taken with you, and it's gonna hurt for a while. But I feel with that Queen of Wands, and this is coming from your higher self. with that Queen of Wands is that you are taking a stand to choose yourself, right? You're taking a stand to choose you. You're taking a stand to do what's best for you. And that's never wrong. And one thing that is coming through, I want to say from Kuan Yin, right, is that you're choosing you. You truly are choosing yourself, right? You truly are making that move that you're more important than the situation. You're more important than this person, and that's never, ever, 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 ever wrong, right? Focus on creative projects as well and things that bring you inspiration. One thing that I can see, and maybe you're just depleted, maybe you need some time, maybe you need some R&R, maybe even visiting your mom will help. But there is a message here where you don't feel that spark anymore, or you don't feel like you can spark. This is an odd thing. I always get these things and I never do them. Maybe I know I need this, but you may need to relight your feminine spark. One thing that I would give as a really good suggestion is the flower agate. I'm gonna write that down for you. Flower. Sorry. It's really good at relighting our feminine spark and making us feel creative again, making us feel inspired again, making us feel good again. I do feel though with the Queen of Wands that focusing on you, right, taking measures that put up strong boundaries is key here. The Queen of Wands doesn't take a stand often, right? What you've done for yourself, that took everything, right? You know, and you don't do that often, right? I know I don't, right? But you took a stand, and it's about time you held firm. I am seeing petrified wood or stones that ground you really being key here. You know why you're doing it. Always, always, always remind yourself why you're doing it. Why you, right? And that's the key. With that Wheel of Fortune, I can see that you're doing it at the right time, in the right place, in the right way. Never, ever, ever. You're going to. So don't. I mean, just don't. It's not about not thinking you've done something wrong. It's about not letting those thoughts, those negative thoughts, keep you from doing what is right. And this is kind of where it's at right now. With that Seven of Swords being here, you're not. Don't let it hold you back. Don't let that. And again, it feels like it's in some ways. Being tempted to your past. You see that Queen of Wands, is she looking that way? Hell no, right? She's looking ahead. She's looking toward her future. Remind yourself about what you're doing, why you're doing it, what you're doing it for, and this is really going to help push you forward. Why you're doing it for the better times. You want better for yourself. You want more for yourself. You're looking for something that's more that's in alignment with truth. So it's an odd thing as well, because I'm getting that nighttime type thing. You're looking for something that's going to be in the daytime, or something that's going to be something in, like, I don't know, like not alive, but life, right? You're looking for a better life for yourself. This is what's going to help you move forward. I got it as two messages. For one, connecting to your Akashic records, that's key. The other message that's coming through really strongly with that Wheel of Fortune here is having a vision board that helps push you forward. Two of those, of doing both of those things can be good. If you are interested in opening up your records, you just meditate, right? Do it. You may want to connect to one of the people I have, Katherine, right? I have on my description section, or anyone you feel guided to. They can also do your reading for you. But I see you needing some kind of vision board. Remind yourself why you're doing it. And we also have death coming through as well. With death being here, it's not going to be overnight. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I'm seeing at least 13 days, 13 weeks, maybe 13 months before you start to feel it better, but it feels like 13 days. So I see a consistent 13 days needed to propel yourself out of whatever this crap that you found yourself in. It's such an odd thing. Do you know, like, and when you're vacuuming, right, and there's like a dust devil and that damn thing's spinning, right? It feels like you have something like that at play here with that Seven of Swords, right? Where things are spinning. It's like you got sucked up into a vacuum, and you're just been spinning this whole time. And it's like you need 13 days of like creative stuff, healing stuff. I even want to say time in the sun, right? Doing stuff that's life related, right? Before you fully purge whatever the hell this is. And your overall is going to be the Five of Wands in its reverse. There's nothing blocking you but yourself. Consistency also stands out to me. Again, I need to connect to your records as well. So let's see. Knight of Wands. This is what I was bringing up about haste. Don't do it in a rush manner. Take your time. Do it day by day, and you will slowly find yourself out of this. With the Six of Wands in its reverse as well, this is about... the Six of Wands reverse tells me that this is about you may feel like you're a failure, or you may feel like I wish I could have done it, right? I actually don't know, like how much work could you do while spinning in a vacuum, right? And I don't mean like the good part, the suction part of the vacuum. I mean like the inside part of the vacuum. Like how much good could you do? Not much, right? And your message right now is to remind yourself that there was no win here, right? The only win is you choosing yourself. And even if that means leaving this person behind, okay? So I'm gonna get a guidance card for you. Sorry, I'm being guided to use this deck. Can I have a guidance card, please, for Mia? A guidance card for Mia. So let's take a look here. Guidance card. Any guidance that you want to give for Mia? This is coming from Kuan Yin, and yours is going to be relationship patterns. Do you know that expression? It takes 90 days, right? 90 days to build a new pattern. I feel here it takes about 13. That's what's coming through, right? That nice Kasumi energy, right? Kuan Yin is saying, look at your patterns, break the pattern, detach yourself, disassociate yourself, and even go to retreat if necessary. I want to emphasize that that's really being key here. And we have at the bottom is I love you. This comes from this person. But it also is that reminder to love yourself, right? It's also that reminder to put yourself first. And that's all you need to do right now, right? Receive with love and appreciation. And you're going to, right? So I'm going to leave it like that for you, Mia. I want to thank you. Don't forget to... sorry, I was going to say don't forget to like and comment, but I'm okay. Anyway, thank you so much. And we're now moving towards the next person. Sorry. I'm sorry the readings are a bit longer, by the way. I usually like to just keep going until it stops, but we're now on, sorry, no. Anyway, sorry, this isn't, okay, so, sorry, we're at Allie, and then Mia. I don't know why it's like, it's not organized, but we're okay. Sorry. Okay. What time are we at? We're at 32. Okay. Sorry, we're at 32 minutes for Larissa. I see your birthday. You want to know who or what is next in your love life. So let's take a look here. It's gonna be a nice reading for you. One thing that I can see is that you may be getting a lot of attention, or you may have a lot of people who are catching your eye as well. Something that I've noticed just throughout my life, or sorry, actually, I guess it is throughout my life, but recently, is a lot of people pick up on us, right? One way or the other. And I feel like you're giving off really good vibes, or you're giving off that vibe that, I don't know. I don't know. It just feels like that vibe. All right. So let's take a look here. What's next, please, for Larissa? What's next for Larissa? Okay, thank you. I understand that now. Anyway, what's next for Larissa? What just came through from my guides was that the other readings really need more time. Just keep that in mind. So we had the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords reverse is a beautiful energy because it's all about healing and regeneration. I don't know if you've had a lot of experiences in love, Larissa, that have taught you that maybe love's not worth it. Or maybe love's not, it's not going to do it for you, or there's not much to gain there. It's not that love has nothing to gain. It's just throughout our experience where we understand that other things have just as much to offer, maybe even more at times. All right. I do feel here that your perspective towards love is it's not worth the heartache. I think that's actually a really good way to put it. It's not worth the experience. You know that I rather loved and lost than not had loved at all. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you've been leaning on the second one, or maybe consciously or subconsciously, you're going to start to lean on the first one. I rather love and lost than never have loved at all. And the reason for this is you're going to be healing from your connections. I see, I don't know if you have a brother or a masculine energy, and then parents, the family dynamic really being what you focus your healing on. But with the 10 of Swords in its reverse, you're going to be healing all these connections. It's going to help you see things differently. You're going to feel very open to love, right? Very open to that experience when it comes to love. And it's going to be very illuminating for you. I do feel, though, with the 10 of Swords reversed, it's all about that new dawn. Those swords are going to come out of your back one by one. All right. We also have the 10 of Wands coming through. Interesting. There's lots of truths that you're going to have, a lot of epiphanies that you're going to have when you go through your own awakening. Again, I can feel like you are very ready for love. Use all your gifts at your disposal, right? Use all your talents at your disposal, right? You know, this is your energy. One of the things that I've noticed, LARISA, is that, you know, when you're healing, when you're evolving, when you're growing, you know, you sometimes like don't see your gifts, for one, or don't use them. You know, you've mastered these things, your energy, you've mastered who you are, you've mastered life, right? Your message right now is for you to utilize, right, all of those masteries and create a better life for yourself. With the 10 of Wands, for what's next, I see you nearing the end of some kind of journey, nearing the end, and letting go of these burdens, letting go of these blocks, letting go of these letting go of everything that's holding you back when it comes to love. And it's these 10s are at a completion. I do recommend, if you are interested, the July 21st full moon candle. It's all about completion. It's all about wrapping up cycles. It's such an odd thing. I just like thought of it and I was like, F it, I'm gonna do that candle, right? And it's full moon in Capricorn. By the way, I made that real clear. And in Capricorn energy, your Saturn energy is all tough, right? It's all this work. You've done a lot of work on yourself, a lot. And it's about time you started to reap that benefit. And this is what your message is all about. I see a lot of people finding you really attractive. Okay, the 3 of Cups me too. A lot of people who are interested in you. With the 3 of Cups, though, being reversed, I can see that you may not want these offers. Follow your intuition. Follow your inner guidance when it comes to picking, right, someone for yourself. And again, this is about you utilizing your gifts. One thing that is coming through from your heart, and again, your heart step forward to give this. When we follow our love, right? When we follow what we love, it leads us to our truth, right? The message here is to keep following that truth. It's interesting. I see sunny skies, blue skies, and that's a beautiful energy to come through. So let's see. Is there any specific person? Again, ending of a tough cycle, starting of something brand spanking new. 6 of Pentacles is reversed for a reason. I actually see this is going to be like you receiving more. Sorry, Metatron is going to, Metatron, what do you want to say about that? You have a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of life to give. Don't just give it, right, to the wrong person. Again, choose, follow that truth. Choose what, sorry. I don't know why I got thrown out of alignment a little bit, but choose what you love, follow your heart. You're going to be A-okay. Okay. Anyway, let's take a look. Is there any specific person that's coming to mind for Allie? We have the 7 of Wands. Interesting. Someone that will fight for you. I can see that being this person. Who are they? What about them that you need to know? We have the Page of Pentacles. It kind of came out a little bit like this. For me, Page of Pentacles, when it comes to love, again, we know, as a reader, you have like specific ways you read it. I always look at it as like, I'm looking for a very specific type, right? This person, I feel they're not your type exactly. But this is a connection that you're going to find very, 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 very worthwhile with that Page of Pentacles. So I see them as like maybe someone who may not catch your eye. They may not be the best eye candy, or they may not be someone who you naturally look at and think, damn, that's good eye candy. You know what I'm talking about, right? Or that person is really sexy. You're going to find them very attractive. You're going to find them very But this comes from substance, right? It comes from what's inside this person, not necessarily their physical attributes. So that's kind of how I see the next person coming in. Someone who, someone who, when you get to know them, and as you get to know them, as someone you're gonna find worthwhile. But I think your initial reaction, not initial reaction, I just think that. Oh, So I just think that, or I feel that you may get caught up with people who look a physical way, or you know what I mean. Follow your heart. This is where your heart's saying. Follow your truth. Follow what you love. Follow that that inner knowing. Right. It's gonna lead you to who is the right person for you, not your eyes. Does that make sense? I hope. Yeah, you know, it does. I feel it. But anyway, we have the moon coming through. You're gonna have to use your intuition to find the right person. This person, real sexy, but they don't. It's like something about their physical attributes. They may be a little shorter than you, or they may be on the shorter stature side, right? It doesn't look right that they're your type, but this person is the person that's going to really rock your boat. All right, with that moon being here as well. You know what's crazy? They have a nice dual nature, a wild side and a more tame side. Their wild side is really good in the bedroom. Okay. This is the kind of person that you're really looking to spend some time with. All right. You're going to be very pleased at what's going on in that bedroom too. And I'm seeing like mind-blowing like sexual experiences. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave it like that for you. I want to thank you. Don't forget to don't forget to like anyway. Sorry, there's another tornado. It's so crazy. A bunch of trees were knocked down by my house. So let's see, Larissa. Oh wait, no. We're now at 40:01 for Kelly. Okay. Sorry, Kelly, it's such an odd thing. I will say it. I don't know why it came through. I was thinking about when I was in sixth grade. There was a play I did when I was in sixth grade. It's called Joseph. Something Joseph in his coat. Hold on, I want to pull this out. Oopsie, sorry. That was a dolphin ascension light codes. Anyway, sorry, I want to look at this really quickly. Oopsie, sorry, someone's booking again. It came through really strongly, and I want to. Okay, it's this one right here. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I don't know why that came through. You may want to listen to it. You may want to look up, see if there's any if this is something you're interested in. I know it's crazy. I know, Kelly. I know it's crazy, but it's something that was like, huh, right? So I'm just throwing it out there for you. Know I love you. So let's get started on your reading. Your question is, you want to know why you met him. We have nothing in common. We had no reason. Sorry, he had no reason to stay. Ooh, it's so juicy, right? He didn't seem like anything. He didn't seem like anything about me, my life, my beast, or my path. Anyway, let's take a look here. So you want to know why someone is in your life, why someone is there. So let's take a look here. For Kelly, let's take a look, Kelly. Let's get from spirit. Why did Kelly meet the person that she's talking about? Hold on, Kelly. There you go. Why did Kelly meet this person? Let's take a look here. Why did Kelly meet this person? We have your first one's going to be the 5 of Wands reverse. Interesting. One thing that I can see, and it comes from the second thing that you said, is sometimes we may have beliefs about our own beliefs, or feelings about our own beliefs, or even when I talk about spirit, I talk about my Ascended Masters, how I like, Metatron said this, or Jesus said this, or Kuan Yin is saying this, right? When I say that stuff, when I first started, or even when I first started receiving my Ascended Masters, to say that, I felt like I was a crazy person. I felt like I was psycho, right? I felt like I was losing it. I felt like all these crazy things, right? All these crazy feelings. And I tell you this, Kelly, and it's not that I don't believe that I'm receiving from them, right? It's not that I don't believe that I'm able to communicate with the other side. In fact, I know I can. I just it's just there's a part of me that felt these things anyway, right? So a part of me felt like I was crazy to even think this, right? Or I'm crazy to even tell people this because what if they think I'm crazy, right? My message to you is I feel like you met this person or whoever we're talking about, or even people who may question your beliefs or question how you see things or question how you feel about things. Because they need to bring things to your surface or to your awareness that you need to heal, right? So let's say this person thought your spiritual beliefs were crazy, right? You know, let's say about manifestation. I know it's such a crazy thing, but it's more mainstream now, right? Or it is. That's kind of what I'm gonna say about it, but who knows? Even manifestation, right? People would think that's crazy to do, right? It's like, how can you think you can manifest, right? My message to you is whatever this person was maybe poking fun at, or whatever this person was maybe looking at it in a side eye kind of way, they were meant to show you that you felt the same way at times, right? That you had these feelings inside of you as well. My message to you, Kelly, is that reminder that just because, right, they don't, you may not resonate with them or you may not get them, doesn't mean that there wasn't purpose here. The biggest purpose I can see is this person was always meant to be like, hey, you feel these ways too, right? No, it's crazy. Anyway, I hope that sense. We have the lovers as well as your overall. You know, one thing that I can see is, and it's coming from, I want to say your lineage, right? Your heritage. You don't pick well when it comes to your relationships. I'm not saying anything about it, right? And there's no judgments coming from me. There's something about not picking too well when it comes to a spouse or a partner. Keep that in mind. So let's see. Why did Kelly meet this person? So we had the 5 of Cups. There are things about your beliefs, how you see yourself, how you see the world, how you see the planet, how you see others that you're not looking at that this person could show you. It's such an odd thing to say, because I'm getting it in the opposite way. I feel like you're more optimistic than you may credit yourself, right? I feel like you're more someone who's more into faith, right, and believing in everything's gonna work out than you may think at times. And I know it's an odd thing to say though, but I feel like this person was meant to help you, remind you that you are a high vibrational being who's very optimistic. Sorry, that's crazy. I know. It's like, it doesn't make any sense, but it's crazy. But with the 8 Pentacles here, they were meant to help you see what you need to work on, what you need to fix, what you need to solve. It's interesting as well. This connection is going to make you feel a lot better about yourself. And one thing that is coming from, I want to say, your path, right, is that, you know, it was meant to help move you really quickly from point A to point B, right, on your path to move forward really quickly. So let's see, is there any other messages? He didn't seem to like anything about me, my life, my belief. Why did Kelly meet this person? Let's take a look here, Kelly. We're looking a little bit more. We have the 8 of Swords. Interesting. We have the Tower. It's reminding me of that the alert I got about the tornado. This person was meant to come in and wreak some damn havoc in your world right now, right? And with that, you picking up the pieces, with you moving through these things, it's going to help you heal in ways that you couldn't at an accelerated rate. I hope it wasn't too crazy. I hope this situation wasn't too bad. As someone who's just left something that was insanely dark, right? Insanely horrible. In fact, I'm still trying to leave it, right? My heart goes out to you. You know, when I say I've gone through some shit, I mean it, right? But my message to you is this person was meant to come in really quickly to move you through some stuff that was keeping you stuck. Patterns, belief systems, how you view things, specifically how you view yourself, though. All right. This is an odd thing. I don't know if there's an issue here, but Kuan Yin says right at the lower abdomen, you view yourself right here. Actually, I think it's right there. You have some kind of like maybe you're holding something there, right? Some kind of pain, some kind of trauma, or maybe even how you see that section of you, right? It's not the waist itself, right? It's just above the waist. There is some kind of energy there, or some kind of belief, or how you see yourself, or how you see that section of your body that's that you need to work on, right? This person is meant to help you heal that and move through that. Okay. Sorry. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. We also have the tower. There's that thing coming through. Just as much healing as you got from the situation, they did as well. So keep that in mind. Sorry, we have the tower coming through really strongly. It's sudden upheaval shifts, right? This person was meant to help give you a big shift. You're going to pick up the pieces. I don't know if you've gone through tough stuff in the past, but it feels like you're going to make it through this just fine. But what this person was doing was helping you see things. It's healing. The connection was healing. And it was meant to move you forward fast, rapidly. It's coming from an angel of yours. They're saying that it's almost like they help move this person in your life so that you can actually move forward really quickly, and make it right. I know it's crazy, but that's how they phrase it. And reminders, I was doing a reading for someone, this person, and it came through from Buddha, which by the way is very interesting. It's like, we tend to look at the good stuff that happens to us as working in our favor, but we never consider that even the bad stuff is just as good for us, right? Is working in our favor just as much. And my message to you is that reminder is that even though this may seem like it's chaotic, even though it may seem like it wasn't worthwhile, even though it may seem like it was painful, the good, how we view the good stuff, it should be how we view the bad stuff, because both are working for us. We just don't know how yet. And my message to you, and this comes from my mother, right, is that reminder to hold space for both, right? All right, so I'm gonna leave it just like that for you. Anyway, I want to say I love you, Kelly. My heart goes out to you. I hope you find peace. Anyway, we're at 50 minutes. Oopsie. 50 minutes and 50 seconds for Kelly. Sorry, no. Jessica is next. So let's see, Jessica. Okay. Ooh, interesting. So Jessica has, how does Manuel feel about me? Let's see, Jessica. Oopsie. Let me see. Yeah, oh no, right. Sorry, I was just making sure you can still book. Yes, everything's good. So we have here, how does Manuel feel about me? So let's see, Jessica. I want to know, Jessica, your birthday being 10/11 is actually very, very, very important birthday. It's something that comes through, and I don't know who this is. It's the being that I don't really connect to. I honestly want to say the cosmos, but they're saying that number synchronicities and just like, my birthday is 12/12. It means something. Like, it means something. Like, it's a big freaking effing deal, right? I remember I booked the reading with Encoded Frequency, and she was like, wow, your birthday is on that day, right? That's the portal date, right? It kind of reminds me of that, right? I know that we may look at your your birthday, or you not see, like, I don't know, not think that there's much it doesn't mean much, but you're being asked to dive deeper into that. There is a reason why that's your birthday. All right, there is a reason, like a literal true reason why. Okay, so how does Manuel feel about me? Let's take a look here for Jessica. How does Manuel currently feel about Jessica? What are Manuel's feelings for Jessica? Interesting. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles reverse. Sorry. Clearing out that energy, clearing out that that heaviness. Let's take a look here. So how does he feel? We have the Page of Pentacles and the Devil. Interesting. There is a little bit of that, but there's sometimes we may resist our connections a little bit, right? Because we find them too, but we'll see. We have the Page of Cups here for feelings. The Page of Cups in its upright is romance, right? It's linked to our intuition. I don't, sorry, I don't, this combination, I imagine Manuel's a great person, right? But this, I feel like who you deal with when you're talking to Manuel, when you're interacting with Manuel, is anyone, I don't know how to phrase this to you, Jessica. I don't know how much you may like work, sorry, working with this person or connecting with this person or even interacting with them, but who you're getting when you're talking to them is not the greatest, right? You have someone who's very defensive, someone who's very armored up. I feel like they're this person may treat you, and this is just me throwing this out there for you. I feel like they may not treat you right. I think they may treat you like you're optional, or they may treat you like you're disposable. They may treat you like you're not as worthy or valuable, or as someone that you should love. You know, it's such an odd thing, and this is coming from I want to say the energy of love. One thing that we, a lot of us, myself included, we forgot is that we are worthy of unconditional, enduring love, right? We're worthy of the kind of love that you write about that is insane, that means more than anything, right? I feel that you, maybe your inner child, sorry, I don't want to cry. Your inner child, that part of you, right? I don't want to say the higher heart chakra, it needs to remind themselves that you deserve the kind of love that we see in the movies Time Sent, right? All do. And my message to you is, I'm sure Manuel is someone's Prince Charming, right? But I don't know if they're yours, right? I don't know if this is a connection that you want to invest and stick around in, because I'm seeing someone who's giving you very, very little, right? And even the bare minimum little, right? My message to you is to remind yourself, and again, this is coming from love, you deserve the kind of love that that is unconditional, enduring, and just lasts forever, and it's limitless. All right. I am not an infinity person, right? I know that everything's finite, but the one thing that I will say is infinite is love. And I just throw that out there because it's a reminder that that's how much love is out there, right? That's how much you deserve that much love, right? And my message to you is to remind yourself that of every single day, you deserve that much love, that kind of love. I don't know how to phrase this. It's like love in that light as well, right? You deserve that love. And I don't know. And just throw that out there. Sorry. I didn't mean to go off on that, but I can feel it. We have the Nine of Swords coming through as well. Um, this person has a lot going on in their life, and they don't have much of a bandwidth when it comes to you, your connection, and what this connection could ultimately be. And so they're very guarded, right? They're very emotionally withdrawn. They are not going to treat you right. Again, this is coming from love. It's just, all of us, one of the biggest things that I've noticed is sometimes we need to experience the opposite, or sometimes we need to experience what it is to be without something to truly appreciate what it is to be with it, right? I feel your experience with this Manuel person, or maybe your experience in love in general, is to remind yourself that you have experienced real love before, and it may not, maybe it didn't look the best, or you didn't appreciate it at the time. My message to you, Jessica, is that reminder: not only are you worthy of that love, but I feel like this is an experience that's teaching you what teaching you to appreciate it as well. And it's coming through, and I want to say from love, right? I truly feel it's coming from love right now, giving this message that that all of us, right, need to experience at least one time. I remember when I first we first have those spiritual connections. Sorry, I just want those out there as well. We all have spiritual connections, and we all choose to say these mean things at times, or right. Just throw it out there for someone. Sorry, I think it's for me, but I feel for you. You needed to go through this experience to remind yourself what love really is, and remind yourself what. The other opposite end of the spectrum is to remind yourself what love isn't. This isn't love. This person doesn't love you, right? The way that you want to be loved, the way that you care, right? And why you're going through this and why you're experiencing this, lo and behold, this is, you need to remind yourself what love truly is. You need that reminder. I think I may have needed it as well. I'm sorry. I'm just throwing that out there anyway. We have the Nine of Pentacles here and the Ace of Swords reversed. I do feel that this person, when they inflict pain, or when they're mean, or when they're cold and standoffish, it's triggering a specific self-worth issue. Focus on that issue and heal it. Kuan Yin came forward as someone who can help you with this, but whoever you feel connected to, you're gonna want them to heal it. I know it's an odd image, but I see them sticking their hand right at the wound itself and placing a light there, healing there, and it's going to release in a big sort of way. I see crying, a lot of that being released. It's beautiful. The Nine of Wands is at your heart. You're not going to get very far with this person, but your question that's coming through from, I want to say you, your higher self, is, are you ready to give up on it? Or are you ready to throw in the towel and heal the wound? Are you ready to throw in the towel and go towards where love really is? I hope that makes sense. Where or who it's with, rather than this person. Sorry, it is this. I know it's this, but it's articulating these things. It's a trickier message. But my message to you is, this is kind of where you're at. This is where your higher self is saying, are you ready to give up on Manuel? Manuel's not going to love us right. Let's go to where love really is. Remind yourself that it is unconditional. All right. And this love is the love that you're moving towards is unconditional. But you want to heal that wound, that specific self-worth wound that's popping up. The Ace of Swords is reversed for a reason as well. I can tell. It's an interesting one. It comes from your father. There is a little bit of a wound here to do with the father. You may feel like a failure, or no, it doesn't feel like that. You may not want to give up on this, right? This connection or this person. I think throwing in the towel right now is, it's such an odd thing, and this again comes from love, right? Love is saying that if you were to throw in the towel and move away from this, if this person truly loved you, they let you come back, right? That's the point. I hope that makes sense. I'm gonna throw that out there for you anyway. With the Page of Swords here and the Star, again, that reminder that love is unconditional, and love is enduring. Anyway, the Star's reversed here. This person doesn't see you the way that I see you, the way that love sees you, right? And it's because you don't see yourself that way. And this is where we're at. It's like a little circle going on. All right. So let's give a little guidance for you. Just want to do it. I can tell there's a lot of emotions coming through. Can I have some guidance, please, for Jessica? Guidance for Jessica. I'm gonna throw this out there for you, Jessica, because it keeps reminding me of this, like your last name. There's a song that I was listening to earlier today. It's on my spirit thing. I think it's this. Sorry. No. Sorry. I think it's this one. I know it's crazy. I feel like it's the same thing, but it's reminding me of this song, this song specifically. You may want to listen to it. I know it's crazy. It keeps reminding me of this one. This is one of my favorites, by the way. So if you are interested in that, do check it out. But let's get one last guidance card for Jessica. When it comes to this, we have it. Sorry. Oopsie, I was looking away. One last guidance card, please, for Jessica. When it comes to this Manuel person, we have it. We have practice compassion. This is to do with yourself. There is that Kuan Yin energy coming through, but practice compassion for me, I feel like it's to do with self, right? One thing that I can see, and this is something that I am too struggling with, right, is we are so effing scared to make a mistake, right? To the point where we may stay stuck in situations and places with people, places, and things that we should leave. My message to you is, don't be afraid to make mistakes. And if someone really loved you, they let you come back and mistake, right? In any energy, in any time, because that's love, right? My message to you is to remind yourself that you can do no wrong, right? Love is doing no wrong. I don't know how to phrase that. Sorry, it's the craziest thing. It's that reminder that you can do no wrong, but there's a fear I feel that you have within you that makes you scared. We also have love endures. I know how crazy that is, but this is coming out because I said it. It's not quite phrased the right way. That's what love kept telling me. Love lasts, I guess, right? Is that what you want to say? Yeah, I want to say it like that. Love does not give up. Sorry, it's this. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. This is what kind of love that you deserve, is a love that withstands every effing situation that it presents itself, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And message to you is this is not one of those connections that can withstand every situation. This is what you're looking for, right? This is the love that you're looking for. And this is the love with a very specific person that you will find, right? And my message to you is to remind yourself, this is what you want. This is what you desire. This is what you deserve. A love that withstands everything. And we also have be supportive, make a genuine effort, and to show you care. My message to you as well with this be supportive, so you're looking for that, right? Support yourself. This is saying support your heart, support your inner child. I want to say support your truth, right? Be willing to express love is interesting. This is coming through later on. I feel here, maybe there's a specific person or maybe there's someone that you're drawn to. Be willing to express it when it pops up. One of my biggest lessons that I've learned is to speak up when we have the chance, right? I didn't do it right, the first time. I don't make that mistake, right? I tell people when I get to know them, when I meet them, how I feel, and I'm willing to express myself. I've not had any experiences where I'm like, oh, I regret that, right? I'll just leave that. Anyway, so I want to thank you, Jessica. Don't forget to like and comment, and we are now on, sorry, whew. Okay. We're on the 6th. Okay, we're now on MARIYAM. So let's take a look here. We're at 1 hour 5 minutes for MARIYAM. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna put your name. Sorry, Mary. By the way, MARIYAM, I love your last name. I just want to throw it out there for you. I love it, love it, love it, love it so much. Anyway, let's look at your thing. Okay. So it's a general read you have. I thank you for that. Those readings. I love channeling the deep readings, but they can get very emotional. I myself am going through some emotional stuff, so we're all good. We're all in that. But anyway, let's take a look here. So we're at MARIYAM. MARIYAM. Okay. Also, a general read. I'm at a crossroads, and I need direction. With what to focus on in love, life, and career. Interesting. One thing that I can see that's coming through from your spiritual guide, your spiritual team, pick one. I know it's crazy. I think that this isn't reference to just life right now, but it's like pick one, right? Is it love, life, career that really interests you, right? What is piquing your interest? I'm gonna give you something that I know to be true. Just because, let's say you're not doing the best financially, right? But every path, every turn, every heart feeling, or every heart calling is leading you towards a love interest, right? How can those two things, how can, if you're trying to focus on finances, but you keep being drawn to love, how can that be? It's not so that that person could support you financially. I don't think so, right? Maybe, but in my experiences, you're being drawn to a specific situation or a specific path because that's where your growth lies, right? So the message that's coming through from your spiritual team is for you to pick one, right? Which one is standing out, right? Which one feels like it has the most, I want to say the most growth, and walk down that path right now, all right? And again, even if it feels like you're taking a step backwards, even if it feels like you're backpedaling, you're not. You're moving towards what you're meant to move towards, even if it looks like you're moving towards the wrong thing. All right, that's what I want to say. Sorry, I know it makes sense. Okay, let's take a look here. So let's see, a general read. So can we get some direction for MARIYAM? MARIYAM. Anyway, let's take a look here. Let's see here. It's actually, I think it's this one, but we'll put this there. So I have general messages. We have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups reverse, you know, Seven of Cups upright is like, ooh, I don't know what to pick, blah, 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 right? You know, we've all good there, right? And it's reverse. It's like, I feel like you've already picked one. In fact, it's the fact that it's coming through as a cup card. It tells me that you've picked it already with your heart. The message is honoring that pick. I can see, one of the biggest things I want to, it's probably not love unless you've had nothing but love experiences for the past like year or, you know, for a while. I feel it's something that you know that you have to do, you know, it's very important, but it doesn't look that appealing at first glance, right? The message that's coming through the strongest is to not let appearances deceive you. And it's probably your purpose. It's probably something that's that will long term be more fulfilling. Or I actually want to say it's hard work. So a good example for this, and just an example, let's say that you are thinking about going to school, right, to learn a trade or to get a degree, and it's like, oh, I don't want to do that. Yeah, you know, in the long run, that's the best thing for you, right? But in the short run, you rather pick something that's a little bit more stimulating or a little bit more instant gratifying. Your message with that Seven of Cups is to remind yourself, right? Even though it may seem boring, right? Or even though it may seem like it's gonna be hard work, in the long run, you're going to be grateful you did it. And the message that's coming through is to stick with what your heart's already chosen, right? I think your heart's chosen this, whatever path this is, right? Whatever destination you're moving towards. I keep getting her, Anita Serene. She comes up a lot recently. I've been thinking about her even when I'm listening to music. I did actually message her and did not get a reply, but whatever. Anyway, with the Seven of Cups in its reverse and that Three of Pentacles being here, I can feel like a vision board really being necessary. We have the Three of Pentacles. Again, I know it felt like it was life purpose. I could feel it. It's not, it doesn't look great at the start. It's like, oh, it's this work. You're excited about it. You're enthusiastic about it, right? You want it, right? But at first, it's going to give you very little, right? It's not going to be that. It's not going to fill you up that much. So interesting. The message that's coming through really strongly is to not let that hold you back, right? I see you building something as well, right? From the ground up, possibly, right? With that Three of Pentacles, interesting. We also have the Ace of Cups. This path, right? And your same purpose. This path that your heart's already chosen for itself is going to start from a 1, and it's going to lead all the way up to a 10. I keep seeing 10, 10. Although I have 9, 10 on my thing. I also see 1, 1, 1 as a number synchronicity for you, right? This is all about in the beginning. You're gonna have victory here. Okay? It's worth it as well. It's interesting. I can see that this is something that you're gonna grab onto. It's interesting, you know, when you pick something up and it's like too heavy, right? Sorry, not too heavy, too big, and can't really wrap your arm, your hand around it. I see whatever this is that you're gonna build for yourself. It fits your hand perfectly, right? It's like a nice fit, and you can't go wrong with it. I feel that that's actually that's what you're going to that's what you're gonna build for yourself. All right. Sorry, it's really money. We also have the last card is going to be the Page of Swords. I see some self-defeating thoughts that are preventing you from achieving this, from manifesting this, from bringing this into your physical life. I also see with the Ace of Cups being here as well. One thing that I can see is that we don't often understand what a path is going to give us, right? How fulfilling it's going to be, how happy it's going to make us, and how much abundance it is. You see these, I think there's 26 of them. This is God, right? Those water droplets. I feel like God, right? It's giving you this calling, right? I feel like your higher power is giving you this calling. It's up to you to walk that path though. And it's important to remind yourself that it's worth it in the end. We didn't come here to just sit and do some boring 9-to-5 job. Anyone can do that, right? We came here with purpose. We came here with meaning. We came here with masteries. We came here with gifts, right? We came here with the ability to heal, right? With the ability to pick ourselves up and show our family, friends, and ourselves what we're capable of. The message here, MARIYAM, is to remind yourself that you came here with a big mission. And I feel like that's that mission, that purpose is calling you right now. Remind yourself it's worth it, right? And remind yourself how much fulfillment and abundance that there is there as well. All right. With that Ace of Swords in its reverse, though, don't let the thoughts defeat you. And we have the King of Pentacles. So this is coming from, I want to say, your own your own energy. You may be getting pinched financially. That's propelling you forward towards something else. So a really good example for this is, let's say you're working some 9-to-5 job right now. Your hours are getting cut, or the workload is insane. These are signs that you're meant to move on, right? I remember when I did my server job, and I started working at a server job. I remember it was like things were slowing down. It was actually COVID time, and I knew in my heart that it was time to leave that job and move towards something else, move towards something that was better. And how this manifested in my life was that my boss was really moody. It was becoming a toxic work environment, and I was making much less money. My message to you is that your life is pushing you in this direction. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not sure what's happening exactly. I think you're being pinched financially. Remind yourself that these things are happening so that it moves you on your path, and not a sign that you should cling on to what you're holding on to. All right. We have justice coming through as well. I do feel with justice on the table. Justice on the table here. It's about following that truth. The more that you follow this path, the more that you're going to receive. All right. Sorry, my nose is really sorry. I'm having really bad allergies. Anyway, but let's give some guidance here. I'm gonna grab this deck, I guess. Can I have guidance, please, for MARIYAM? Guidance for MARIYAM. Ooh, it's actually this card. I know. We have relationship patterns. With relationship patterns on the table here, I can tell that you may be stuck in a pattern that's keeping you stuck, right? Or stuck in a cycle that's keeping you in place. The message is to not let that hold you back any longer. Break it. One of the biggest things that I've done is just throughout my life experience. And again, this is kind of a message for me as well. When I first started doing my YouTube channel, I did like 10 minutes a day on it. I know it's so small, right? Doesn't putting 10 minutes towards your purpose a day seem really small? Doesn't make, anyway. But I had like this thought, like I just 10 minutes, and I did it like for 2 weeks, and I made so much progress that by the end of the 2 weeks, I was ready to start launching my channel and start making videos, right? My message to you is to set some time aside towards this path, and before you know it, you're going to be so far along on it. My message to you is, what is 10 minutes? What is it? Very, very little, right? It's nothing. And my message to you is to remind yourself to do it every day. Stick to your guns, and before you know it, you're going to be so far on your path that the universe is going to sweep you up and move you forward. All right. We also have forgiveness. You may have a block financially. I will be giving you a link to a forgiveness meditation. It comes from my godmother. Sorry, Katherine. That's funny. I don't know if she knows that yet, but she is. Anyway, she has a forgiveness meditation that she's given me. I'm going to send it to you. Let's see. Just hold on. I'm trying to figure out where it's at. Forgiveness. It's going to help you financially. Here, hold on. Oh, I sent this to someone here. Okay. Let's take a look here. I'm going to give this to you. This would be the last thing. I do recommend it. I actually listened to this earlier today. I know it's crazy. but I'm just gonna throw this out there. Let's say you feel really connected to your child or you feel really connected to your family. You may want to add them to your forgiveness meditation when you do that and help them heal it. All right. But start with yourself. When I did the meditation, you visually go back to your date of your birth. I went to the exact date of my birth, and I forgave from that point on to my present. So keep that in mind. It is coming through as a message for you. All right. So I'm gonna leave it like that for you, Miriam. I love you. And thank you. And we're moving on. Sorry, that's Mary M. Let's see what's next for Miriam. Oh, sorry, we're at Lydia. Lydia is the next person. Lydia. So we're at 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 45 seconds for Lydia. Lydia. Okay. So we're at Lydia. Okay. So you have here, Lydia. There's a relationship between you and Javier. Sorry, I don't know why my nose is so stuffy all of a sudden. You want to know, let's take a look here. By the way, hi, Lydia. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you. Lydia Z. Sorry, I want to make sure I said that correctly. Lydia Z. You want to know if he's planning on coming back again or if he really wants to cut things off for good. Interesting. Very interesting question to come through. Let's see. Tell me more about the situation. We have Metatron stepping forward to answer today's question. Thank you, Metatron. Let's take a look here for Lydia. Lydia. Let's take a look. Let's look at the situation really quickly. I kind of want to get the overall just to see what we're working with, what type of situation. We have the Four of Wands reversed, interesting. The Eight of Wands as well. I can see there's something about his mother, or maybe it's your mother, that's interfering in this connection in some way, shape, or form. I'm not sure how that plays in exactly, but there is a motherly or a mother interference. It is important to note that that's a factor, that it's going to keep being a factor. I'm not sure how big of a deal that is. Let me see. The Page of Wands. It doesn't feel like it's something that plays in the subconscious. I feel though like this mother has a lot of sway over this person, and as a result they're not really able to do what they want to do. They end up getting pressured into like people pleasing tendencies or into doing what it makes our family happy rather than makes us happy. This person isn't ready to take the leap towards doing what makes them happy. This person is very focused on making other people, specifically their mother, happy, and that's not going to stop for a while. I actually don't see you, right, Lydia, being able to jolt this person out of this. It has nothing to do with anything being wrong with you, but you're not meant to for this person. I feel like what they're going through when it comes to that, those blocks with their family, making their family happy. This person is this person has to walk that path, right? Walk that line. But currently your situation with this person is stuck and plateaued, all right? We have the King of Cups. So let's look here. So can you tell me, is he planning on coming back? Or is he cutting it off for good? So let's take a look. The first card we have is the Four of Swords reversed. Interesting. A message that is coming through from this person's higher self is to let them go right now. They're not in a position to give you more. I feel like this person with that Four of Swords, sorry, that's so funny. I know. I know. As crazy as it is, I know his mama's at play, but with the Four Swords in its reverse here, I feel like his higher self is telling you not to hold back. Not to hold back, to move forward. I feel like this is someone who's not going to. Sorry, I got distracted by reading your message. Sometimes when you connect to people and their energy, you kind of get stuck with some of the stuff that they're dealing with. I feel like you may I don't know if you read tarot or you try to impart wisdom, right? By the way, if you do that, impart wisdom, I highly recommend you keep going. I don't know why it's coming through, but it's just something to just take note of. I want you to know that you were loved, but with the Four of Swords being here, the message that's coming through from this person's higher self is to not wait around for them. They're not going to come in. They're not going to fix things. They're very bonded as well, right? Very chained down by this path that they're on. It's such an odd thing. The high priestess being here as well, and that devil, this is a path that they've been on for a while. You know, when we start evolving, when we start ascending, when we start to grow, we start to look at some of our patterns, our cycles that we've been in that have lasted a really long time. This stems, I feel, beyond this lifetime, but definitely to this person's childhood, right? They're not going to give up this way of being yet. And with that devil and that high priestess being here, your message is for you to move forward without them. So I do feel like you're going to continue. I feel your current cycle with this person for a while, or whatever issues that have been issues in your connection are going to keep being issues, and you're going to end up you're going to end up breaking it off again and again and again with them, right? Or going into no contact again and again and again. Your message right now is the situation isn't getting any better, right? Whether they come back or not. What are you going to do with that information? Look within, right? Follow the moon as well. Follow your intuition. Follow your inner guidance, right? The high priestess is also linked to her higher self, right? Follow your guidance that comes from your higher self. There is a suggestion to activate your light body. Katherine, I have her in my description section. She does activate, she does Merkaba activations. Many people have different light bodies. I recommend hers. It is perfection. I'm just throwing that out there for you. It is, you pay for that perfection, I guess, but I do recommend her light body is the one that you want to activate. But the message that's coming through really strongly though is this person isn't in situation is going to get better. What are you going to do now, right? You have my career and my money. If I will get something soon, and what is actually most suitable for me. So let's take a look here for that career as well. Sorry, I want to pull up any last cards for that for the relationship. We have the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to keep, this is not great. Okay. The same issues are going to be the same issues again and again and again. Do you want to put yourself through that? You know, I have a message from you coming from, I want to say an aspect of yourself that's like, you know, you can live this experience with this person, go 10 times with them, and then finally hit success. Or you can break it off with them, spend 4 years or something like that, or 3 years by yourself, living the best life, and then coming back to the situation and then having success here. The message is, what would you do? What would you rather? And I'm going to throw this out there for you, Lydia. Sorry. Sorry, I'm going to throw it out there for you. I don't think you want to like deal with this person for the next 3 to 5 years, right? Of them in this toxic cycle, right? Why not? It's best to just ditch them for now, come back to it when they're ready, and live your best life until then. As crazy as that sounds, and I'm just throwing this out there, and again, I'm it's like music to my ears, but it's like there's this really high vibrational like chime that's saying, why don't you just do that instead, right? Why would you put yourself through the situation? Like, they're growing, right? You don't need to watch them grow, right? And that's kind of the message. I know. It seems bad, right? Or it seems like it's snotty in some way, but you could be living your best life and wait for this person to figure their shit out, or you can move through them with it, and it's exhausting, it's tiring, and completely unnecessary. All right. That's crazy. Yeah. Sorry, Lydia. I know. But it's just something that's coming through. So let's look at the career. Well, tell me more. Tell me a little bit about the career before we move to what's next. Yeah. It is. It's not just growing separately. It's like peace of mind, right? You're going to have a much better life being separate from them for the next few years while they figure whatever they're figuring out, and coming back and just living, you know, I don't know how to explain that. It just is, but it's just something that I needed to hear myself. But anyway, sometimes we tend to think like we have to put up with that. You don't need to, right? You don't. We have death coming through. Your career will be changing. Your purpose is coming into the forefront of your mind. I do recommend connecting to an Akashic record reader. That's really being key here. I know it's crazy. I know there may be some reluctance, or you may be um, hmm, you may not, you may be a little bit skeptical. Skeptical when it comes to that. But an Akashic record reading is going to be the best for you right now. All right. With the Seven of Wands in its reverse, the Seven of Wands in its reverse, it's very key, and it's very much necessary for you with that death being here. To know that things are transforming. You don't even have to fight that much for it. You just have to let it flow. I feel like your life is leading you towards something very specific, towards some your life purpose. Let it, right? You're gonna have success there. You know, it's interesting. You know how we connect to ourselves, or more of ourselves? We usually connect to more of our past life. I feel like there's a past life that you're gonna be more connected to, that you're gonna bring into this lifetime. Or even soul memories, right? I actually want to phrase it like that. And you're meant to, right? And life is leading you to do this. It's just about allowing that to happen. All right. Let's get last ones from Miriam. We have the devil. That last message just really hit home for me, and I don't know, it is what it is. We have the death, the devil, and then we have the Nine of Cups in its reverse, and it also came out with the Three of Swords here and the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to be ending whatever has been chaining you down. I can see that you're having money issues, by the way. I can see it. There's money issues with the devil being attached here. The devil is Capricorn energy. Capricorn energy is all about hard work, right? Needing strength of will to push yourself through that. I see an end of that cycle. But what what Metatron, right, is saying here is that what's been keeping you from this, I want to say a way of being, a smoother cycle, is you've been resisting your purpose a little bit, resisting what's meant for you, resisting your mission. Don't resist that. Move towards that, and you're going to feel a lot more lighter, right? And you're going to feel like you're more in sync and in flow. With the Nine of Cups in its reverse here and the Three of Swords, the dissatisfaction that you're feeling with life, the pain, right, the heartache that you're feeling with life is coming to an end. But it comes to an end when you allow, and I that's the word I've been hearing the most from my spiritual team. When we allow, that is when we are going to that's when we are going to experience the most fulfillment. So this is where you're at right now, right? With the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Pentacles, again, there's that money issue I was picking up on. That's coming to an end. It is, but there is something that comes through for your money. When it comes to money or abundance from your mother's lineage, you may want to get an Akashic karma clearing, but I'm not sure. I recommend the poverty and lack contracts. All right. Yeah, the poverty and lack contracts, that's going to be the key one for you. All right. So let's grab a guidance card for you, Lydia, and then wrap your reading up. Sorry. Oh, by the way, Lydia, sorry. I don't know if I said Miriam. I do apologize. We have Clean It Up coming through. Right now, there's a storm right outside my window, and there's a bunch of trees that just like literally got knocked down. I feel like you've been experiencing a little bit of that, right? It takes time for those trees to get picked up. It takes time for things to just to be removed. Just keep that in mind, right? With that deep knowing coming through as well. Every storm passes. So, someone wrote a comment to me, and it just, as I've been going through some stuff. This said, "This too shall pass." My message to you is that this is as well, right? I know your money is not exactly where you want it to be. Your career is not exactly where you want it to be. And fulfillment related to that isn't exactly where you want it to be. It will pass. With that not for you coming through, there's something about you attaching yourself to something that isn't for you, a path that's not for you. Be willing to let that go. All right. One thing that comes from, I want to say, life or universe, where it's like, if you knew in your heart, letting something go that wasn't for you and picking something up that is for you was going to bring you all this fulfillment and abundance, would you do it? Of course you would, right? Anyone would. My message to you is that reminder that this is true, that this is in fact the case. It's not for you, right? These things are not for you. And the message is, what are you going to do about that? All right. Yeah, building blocks coming through as well. Your life is what you make of it. Your life is what you build. You are going to get, you're going to make it to the end of the road of whatever path you choose. Wouldn't you want to pick a path that's going to lead to fulfillment, abundance, and success versus something that's going to lead to blah, right? Of course you would. The message is for you to follow your heart and build what's going to make you happy and release what isn't, right? And what isn't for you. Number 6 is linked to number of love, okay? And we have time to go coming through with between worlds. I see you going through a transition period. I see you going through you're ending of a cycle where things are black and white and things become color. One thing that I can see, and it's an odd thing, it's an odd message, is coming from, sorry if I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what this means. I actually see them a lot. I'm very connected to this person, their family. But it's like you're gonna end up at a place that you that feels like home, right? That feels right. That feels like it's, you know how like we travel places, right? Or we move through life, and it's like you're searching for something your whole life. You're gonna find a place that feels like, I've been searching for this place this whole time, and you're gonna feel like you made it there. I see this being the case for you. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it like that for you, Lydia. Don't forget. Sorry. Don't take it personally that I said MARIYAM for some reason. But I feel like I had to. I was reading her message though, so just keep that in mind. Anyway. I love you and take care. So we're now on Christina G4. Oh crap. We're at 134. Sorry, 135. Okay. Christina. Okay. We're at Christina now. Let's take a look here. Okay. So we're now at Christina. Okay. So Christina got a real juicy one. A really juicy question. So we have a question about a little tiny camera that was hidden inside a phone charger box. Mysteriously inside my son's bedroom 1 to 2 years ago. Interesting. You would really like to know who put it there, please and thank you. Interesting. One thing that I've noticed, just like when you're like meeting people on like dating sites and you hook up, blah blah blah, and it's something that was always in the back of my mind, or it's like a fear of mine. What if they're recording it, or what if they're taking pictures, all that stuff. It's such a hard thing because of how technology is like going. We're always so worried and concerned about that. Oh, sorry. Let's see. Let's take a look here for Christina G. Who put it in there? Let's see what's going on there. Let's see if we can get some messages about who put it in there. I'll do my best. No guarantees here. So let's take a look here for Christina G. Who puts a camera there? Sorry, it is. I want to take this actually. I want to take it out there. Anyway, who put it there? Sorry, who put it there? The first card we have is the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Interesting. I have to say this. For this question, because it's out of my wheelhouse, right? It always makes me doubt a little bit. I don't know if you have people who work for you, or you have people who who come in and out of your house or have done work on your house. It feels like a disgruntled like employee, but let me see. I know it's like the craziest thing, but it feels like someone who's done work at your house or your home, or someone who provided some kind of service for you or your son, and they were disgruntled about the work, or like they didn't like it, or I don't know. I know it sounds so crazy, but it's like the first message I got. So we'll see what comes through. We have the Ace of Swords being here as well, and we have the Queen of Wands. Sorry, the funniest thing. Who is this person? Who is this person? We have the Seven of Swords in its reverse, and the last card we have for you, Christina. Sorry, I'm not quite receiving with the Page of Wands reversed, and the bottom is going to be the Ten of Wands. Okay. Let me ground myself. I'm using Amazonite. So who is this person? I see him as an older man, a gentleman, a little bit heavyweight, heavy set. I don't feel, especially with the Queen of Wands reversed, the Page of Wands reversed, that it was like a sexual thing in any way. I'm not sure. It doesn't feel like there was any kind of like sexual reason for this. It feels like someone truly, maybe someone that felt like you didn't pay them enough, or maybe someone that felt like they didn't get what they were meant, right? What they were owed when it came to this exchange of services. But this person placed a camera in there, right? And this seems to be the only reason. I don't know. I want to know if I have a time. The year 96 I get, but I'm not quite sure if there's anything else. Can I get like any time frame for this? We have the 8 coming through. 6. Let's see. I'm not really getting time wise, but I can tell that this is someone who didn't feel like they got paid enough, didn't feel like they got what they were owed, and placed it there. I feel like a really good question for us is actually what their intentions are, rather than looking at who they are, because I feel like that's going to give us more insight. That's actually my forte. That's what I'm good at. Is intentions, is knowing someone, right, or getting or understanding someone. I'm all about that compassion, right? So let's look at why. Why did this happen? Why did this person do it? Why did they? We have the Page of Swords reverse. Interesting. There is a wound that comes to my mind about being a perception of lacking, right? Or a perception of being less than, right? We have the Devil coming through as well with the Two of Cups. Interesting. We also have the Tower and its upright. I feel like this is someone who, let me ground myself really quickly. I feel like this is someone with the Devil being here. They have a bit of a dark side, right? This is someone who has, all of us have our light and our shadow, right? Our good and our bad. The things that we find virtuous, and the things that we don't find virtuous. In fact, we like to hide. I feel like this is someone whose shadow had a trigger, right? This specific trigger, and it placed it there. And it was a means of feeling better, right? Of instant gratification. I don't feel like this person took it any further than that. I don't feel like this person went any further than that. I actually don't feel like this person had any intention of doing that. But having this, right, doing this, made them feel superior, made them feel like they were in control, when in fact they weren't. I'm going to throw this out at you. And again, this is no excuse, but sometimes we have low vibrational entities attached to us. I'm kind of feeling that a little bit here. And they make us, they make us do stuff, right? They make us, they even tempt us to do that, right? They fill us with anger or spite, or even lack, right? That pushes us in certain directions that make us act accordingly, right? I feel like that's what's at play here. This person isn't a bad. I hate saying that like that, but you know, it just it's true though, right? That's a truth, a universal truth. This person isn't a bad person, right? But what the shadow or what they did was, and this is something that they did to feel superior, to feel powerful, to feel in control. It had nothing to do, um, uh, it had nothing to do with anything sexual, right? It has everything to do with feeling better in that moment. Who they are is small. Someone who feels small often, right? And I feel like it's not just when it came to interacting with you or your home. It had, even maybe your child had to do. I feel with what's going on in this person's energy and their energy field, and um, this is who they are, right? This is why they did it. I don't have anything else here. I will get some guidance for you. I'm gonna pull some compassion, right? To see how you can look at this a little differently, to forgive, right? And to feel safe in your home again, or feel safe to hire people. But that is what comes through the most, all right? Um, let's see. We have new life coming through. Interesting. And it also comes out with by the book and chaos and conflict. I feel like the messages that's coming through is, to release, let go, forgive, and start to move forward. I would, if I were you, maybe make a complaint, or maybe even set out some email, or even write something, however you typically deal with something like this, or however you feel called to deal with this. You're being asked to take initiative with that chaos and conflict here. With that chaos and conflict on the table here, I can feel that you may not want to let it go. The message is for you to do something that makes you feel like things are wrapped up. Do something that makes you feel like things are that things have hit some kind of resolution here. I'm going to. Sorry, she doesn't have it on her website. But I've done like an expansion meditation. I actually did it right before I started this reading, or the live readings. And the expansion meditation has a part. I think it's Archangel Uriel, right? Where he helps you feel like things have hit at the highest resolution. You want to do something like that, right? I know that this is something that weighs heavily on you. This is something that you're asking about that happened, what, 2 years ago, right? Or 1 to 2 years ago. That's a long time. That's a really long time. My message to you is to not let yourself be held back by this. What could you do that allows you to close this chapter out and allows you to put one foot in front of the other and move forward? And I feel like writing a letter, sending an email, even writing like a letter to yourself or your spirit guides, or even telling or bringing this up to your child, right, your son, and talking about it. Whatever makes you feel like things have hit a nice resolution, whatever you feel like things makes you feel like things have hit completion. That's what you want to focus on. That's what you want to focus on and do, and put this behind you. What's done is done, right? What could you do to move forward? And this is where your focus needs to be. All right. With that chopped wood here, it's an odd message, but I can see that you're going about your day, and this is something that is in the forefront of your mind at times. I know, right? What could we do to send this out to the sea? You can even give it to the earth. The message with that deep knowing is, I feel like you kind of know who it is, or you kind of suspect who it is. It's not about who, right? What to do now that you kind of figured that out, right? What to do now that you've kind of understand that. And again, this is all about giving resolution, closing it out, and completion. Right? Sorry, my nose keeps tingling. I have allergies again. Sorry, everyone. I hope that made sense. Thank you, Christina. And we're gonna move on. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. What? Sorry, am I done? So I have to close it up again and then open it. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I am done. Thank you, Nina. You know, I was actually going to go walk somewhere and pick something up. It's funny. It's like raining so much. I don't think I can. But does anyone have a question that they would like answered? Anyone have a question that they would like answered? Oh, I want to. Sorry. Does anyone have a question that that they want answered? Oh wait, yeah, okay, I guess not. Anyway, I want to thank you all for being here. I want to give my love, my thanks, my appreciation. I will be doing more of the live readings, live stream readings, so do keep that in mind. Oh, Miriam, you can ask something. Go ahead right now. I don't mind giving it for free. What question do you have? Oh man. Ooh, interesting. So you have a question. I do feel I do feel like your connection with him and how quickly you move through your own trauma or you move through stuff that's holding you back is key to how fast he moves to his. I know that one thing that just throughout my life and something that I have recently shed is we are all so connected. We're so much more connected than we'd ever believe or consider or even understand until you move through it, right? We are all there's an interconnectedness to everything, right? There's an interconnectedness to all. And one thing that we all need to remind ourselves of is when our healing is your healing, right? And your healing is my healing, right? Your pain is my pain is yours. And the message is to that's coming through for you, Miriam, is to remind yourself that you are is to remind yourself that you are that you are connected to this person, and when you help them or when you heal yourself, it does benefit them. It benefits everyone, right? The most important thing that we can do, and as crazy as it sounds, especially being a light worker myself, is to heal ourselves, right? Is to deal with our own crap, is to face our own issues. I'm seeing 7-Eleven on the on the camera, and this is reminding me of heaven for some reason. But the most important thing that we can do to benefit the world, humanity, is for us to heal ourselves individually, right? My message to you is to remind yourself of that fact, right? So will he heal? I probably will check. I will see draw cards on that, right? But what could you do that helps you heal more, right? It will then benefit him and everyone you come into contact with, or even people you don't come into contact with. Okay, let's see. For Miriam, will this person heal? We have the first card is going to be the Nine of Swords. So I can tell that this person doesn't like to heal and doesn't like to do what needs to be done to heal. Like to heal ourselves, we have to go deep within. We have to think about stuff. We have to face our fears, right? We have to face our blocks. I feel like this is someone who's that it's something that I have through my father's lineage. It's called suffering with silence. Sorry. It's like suffering through silence. I feel here that what's happened, this Paul does, and what they'd rather do is pretend like nothing, like they're not going through any pain, sweep it under the rug, while simultaneously just holding strong, staying firm, kind of thing. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Yeah, sorry, I don't want. There was no simultaneously here. I feel like this is going to keep being the case for a while. How they handle pain, how they handle the trauma, how they handle those things that they'd rather not face is pretend like they don't exist and they're doing a-okay otherwise, right? This can lead us to have anger in us with that emperor being here, right? This can lead us to have frustration and pain in us, right? Rather than being able to release it. I feel like this is what they do. They keep it all bottled up inside, and they don't. With that emperor being here, they don't go within, they don't release, they don't heal. So this is going to keep being the case for a long time. All right. It's not it's just how they handle things. One thing that does come from, I want to say Metatron, right? Is that when we do this, it stalls us and it keeps us stuck. It keeps us plateaued. It keeps us from moving. This person needs to learn how to relax, how to settle, how to be calm, right? How to have a better vibration. One thing that comes to my mind, and it's kind of like for my mother. My mother's always constantly doing stuff, right? So she's fidgeting. She's always thinking about what's next. She's never in the present moment. She's never relaxed. She's never receiving. She's never settled, right? My message to you is that this person is like that, right? I imagine that you are probably, or at least trying to be, someone who's receiving, right? Someone who's more fertile, someone who has really, I don't mean this in any like sexual means, like, nice wide hips, like where it's like you have that fertility energy. I feel like you're trying to embody that more. What they do is pretend that it doesn't exist and just keep everything under lock and key. This is not the right energy. This person isn't meant to move. I'm gonna throw this out there because I know that it's important. Sometimes we tend to look at the hero's journey or the fool's journey. The fool moves from 0 to 21. We think that we want to hit 21, but what came through is we actually want to hit this fool again, right? We want to go backwards, right? And this is like that great forgetting, right? That and great remembering about who we are. We're all the fool when we get down to it, right? When we heal completely. That's who we are, right? My message to you is to remind yourself of that, remind them of that. The full energy is a child, right? It is someone who looks at the world and sees endless possibilities. Optimism is seeing a world they wanna step into, right? At the world, that's the fixed, stubborn energy that takes forever to have a new cycle, right? That's not where we want to be, right? The message that's coming through, and it's coming through for you, me, even want to say the world, everyone that's listening to this, we want to go backwards, right? Where you want to hit is that Empress energy, right? That fertility energy, at least. The message is for you to consider that. All right. I know it's crazy, but it's psycho. I don't know. It came through. So again, it's about vibration, right? Anyway, will they heal? We have the King of Cups reverse-ish, right? I feel like they struggle with regulating their emotions. That's going to keep being the case, but on their path, they will slowly start to fix what they need to fix. It's interesting. I can see that this person's word choice, how they talk, how they speak to you, to themselves, to others, is influenced by what they haven't healed. So one thing that you can tell, and this is actually the truth, isn't it, right? How we speak, our verbiage, right? How we view things, our light, our energy, it's directly impacted in how we see the world, right? How we view the world, or even how healed we are. This person gives it away constantly, right? They're not healed, they're not healed, they're not healed. I feel like maybe being around them or in their, spending a lot of time with them could lower your vibrations. Just keep that in mind. But I feel like eventually they will fix this. Eventually they will face it, and eventually they will overcome what needs to be overcome. But it doesn't feel like they're ready for that just yet. They want that just yet. They're kind of putting everything on hold. All right. So I'll leave it like that. Sorry. Oh, that's a good question. Should you be moving out? We have the Seven of Wands reversed. I feel like the message is that life is going to lead you, give you cues, signs, reminders about what to do. Follow those signs. One thing that's coming through from, I want to say, like the great beyond. I know it's a crazy thing to say, but it is what it is we want to learn how to read universe, right? We want to learn how to read our path. We want to learn how to read the signs, right? The message is for you to focus more on not, oh, should I move on or should I not? Don't focus so much on that, right? What are the signs telling you, right? That's what you want to focus on, right? I know how crazy that is. I know how freaking crazy that is, but that's what you're being focused on. How can I learn to read the signs better, right? How could I learn to read what universe is telling me better? What life is telling me better? How can I learn how to read what my experiences are teaching me better, right? That's where you want to focus your time and attention on. That's what you want to focus on, your mind. You want your mind to focus on not so much what to do, but how could I read this better and learn what to do from that. All right. Sorry, it's there. It's for a lot of people anyway. I want to thank you, Miriam. I'm gonna leave it there. I want to thank you for purchasing. Also, thank everyone else. I want to give my love, my thanks, and appreciation. Know you guys mean the world to me. If you are interested in booking with me, you can check out my comment or description section for my Calendly. And I do pre-recorded readings, by the way. So if you are interested, take care. Bye.